Hi, my name is Supernova. I'm a resident of Maine. And in our state, we're going to be voting on the issue of gay marriage again in a little less than a month. We had this same bill, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, and it failed. All the money was on the anti-gay marriage side. Now it appears to be on the pro-gay marriage side, so it will probably pass. I'm not crazy about that. I think people should vote rationally rather than on how many commercials they see for one side or the other, but it is what it is. But anyway, even if we don't vote on gay marriage, vote for gay marriage just because it's the reasonable side, we ought to, because I think it is the more reasonable, and that's what I'm going to defend in this video. I'd like to make a logical case for it, and I'm going to make an assumption that the people I'm talking to, the people who actually disagree with me, that think that we ought to keep gay marriage illegal, I believe that they approve of marriage, that they like marriage, that they're protecting marriage, defending marriage, they want marriage to proliferate. That's the assumption that I'm going to make, and that's the only assumption I need to make my logical case. Premise number 1. Given an ethical dilemma, we ought to choose the lesser of two evils. That doesn't need a lot of explanation. That pretty much goes without saying that if we have two bad choices, we want to make the one that isn't as bad. Premise number 2. If we legalize gay marriage, then gay couples who are living together will get married. Certainly not all of them, but some of them. But all we need to assume is that it's going to be more than one. That there will be a difference of some sort in the number of gay couples who are just living together and their marital status. Premise number 3. If we do not legalize gay marriage, then gay couples who are living together will not get married. That pretty much goes without saying too. If there's no alternative to their lifestyle, if they don't have the freedom to get married, then they won't. Premise 4. To live as a married couple is a lesser evil than living as an unmarried couple. Now, personally, I don't buy this premise, but then again, I'm making this argument from a conservative point of view. I don't share it. I feel that you share it. I feel that you believe this premise. I think that when you run across a heterosexual couple that's unmarried but shacking up, that you would prefer that they were married, and you could make the argument for why they should get married. And I'm not going to make the argument. You do it. You could do it better than I could. Tell me why it is better to be married than unmarried. If you can defend that viewpoint, then you believe that premise number 4 is correct. And so it follows from the premises, our conclusion, you ought to legalize gay marriage because it is the lesser of the two evils. Now you may think I'm drawing a false dichotomy. Maybe you actually believe that the alternative to gay marriage is abstinence. I don't know where you're getting that from. Obviously, gay sex is legal. It has been since the Supreme Court extended the right to privacy, and many of those Supreme Court justices who passed it are still Supreme Court justices. They're not going to reverse it. Even if we had an entirely new Supreme Court, their authority is undermined when they go back on one of their old decisions. So they generally don't do that. They look at precedent before they make a decision. They don't make an attempt to reverse their precedent. So that's not going to change. We're not going to go back to a time and place where gay sex is illegal. You may think that gay marriage is just another nail in the coffin, but it's nailed shut. It's not opening. It's a dead issue. So that is the alternative. Since gay couples can at least get to that point, they can live as if married just without the official recognition of marriage. They will, and they do. So, knowing that, given that as an option, is it a lesser evil that they get married? I think you think it is. Peace.